writer. I'm a television pundit. I'm a white person. I'm here at the Facing Race Conference. I was asked to talk to you about white people because I am like the Lorax. I speak for all the whites. The reality is, you may have seen, you may have noticed after the election, post-election, there are a lot of anxious white people out there, or at least there's a lot of talk about anxious white people out there. So 2 tips to bear in mind if encountering anxious white people in the wild. First, try and be reassuring. Whether you are yourself a white person or not, try and be reassuring of the anxious white people. They're going through a fragile phase right now because, they've been in power in this country for over 2-3 centuries or something. I'm not good at math, but and they're seeing that power now slipping away, and somehow some of them are failing to understand that this is actually the natural extension of the American dream and the story. But so give them some time; they'll come along. The second, of course, is to bear in mind that this is not happening with all white people. In fact, even a lot of the white people who voted the way they voted weren't just voting because the Republican Party was ginning up racial resentment. A lot of them actually just have authentic ideological differences with the Democrats, and that's okay, and that is their right and freedom to do so. But a lot of those same white people also resent the fact that the Republican Party relies on ginning up racial resentment and attacking women and attacking gays in order to get votes. They're actually our allies, and we want to remember that even though they lost the election, they're trying to win the same America that we are. So those are my tips for if you encounter anxious white people in the wild. Maybe pat them on the back, maybe tell them it's going to be okay, and remind them that the future that we're all moving toward is far better for all of us than our past.
Hi, my name is Judith Brown-Dianis, and I'm co-director of Advancement Project. This election in 2012 really is, it was a phenomenal outcome, but really what's important is that in winning the election, it wasn't about who won the White House, but it's about a winning narrative. We are changing the conversation about who is American, about citizenship, about us all coming together cross-race, cross-sexual orientation, to really redefine what it means to be American, to redefine who we are and what we are about. And so I think we're on a trajectory towards a progressive agenda. We're not there yet, but we have seen the power in what we've been able to do by coming together.
So my name is Michael Fossberg, and I've been traveling around the country for 10 years now, telling a true story in the form of a one-man play. And the story is about my search to find my biological father. I wasn't raised by him, I was raised by my biological mother and a stepfather in a working-class white family. And when I was in my early 30s, my parents announced they were getting a divorce, and I realized my mom had never told me anything about my biological father, so I decided to go out and search for him. And I tracked him down in a first phone call. In that phone call, he proceeded to tell me, as he said, a couple of things I'm sure your mother's never told you, one of which is he's black. So all my life I'd grown up thinking I was a white guy, when in fact I'm half black.
Hi, I'm actually Milburn. I've been working with the hoodie as a symbol of power and how our young black males relate to it and move in it. My work is trying to create 2 things. One, I want you to look at it with all the stereotype and prejudices that you have about that form, and to remember that it's just a coat. I put no figure in there. I want you to first see that. On top of this one, I put angelic writing from Langston Hughes, and that was I Have Known Rivers. And what I want you to do is to meet your demons, but to look inside and see if there's something a little different. What I've tried to put in there is some sense of spirit, some sense of redemption, And I've been working with the forum for several years, since 2008. Trayvon happened, and it gave it a different tone. It clarified it for me that that's what we were dealing with. Prejudice is symbol, prejudice is image. So my work has followed that path.
My name is Jerome Morgan. I'm a graduate student at York University, and I also work in public health. I'm here at the conference to learn about the African American experience and the work that has been done around community organizing to build a more just United States, and to take that back to Canada. Some of those new networks and that information to build a better Canada as a young Canadian. One of the key things is the population of the black community in Canada is around 1 million people, and that is going to be doubling. Research shows that's going to be doubling to about 2 million within the next 15 years. The community is building and is building from the continent, from the Caribbean, and from second and third and fourth generation Canadians as well. And so from learning from the different issues that are happening here in the United States and the work that's been done, the goal is to take that back to build a better Canada.